Kenyatta, classy, Dow, contouring.
Doll. Yeah.
Dow. I think I'm saying Dow, like Dow.
Because you northern down.
Oh,
That's how
my.
my cousins talk. I'm from Chicago, but I used to talk like that. But I still say soda. But, or pop. I don't say,
Well, they say soda
Drink.
water from when they in Texas.
I just say pop.
Okay.
Or soda.
Okay, today we're here in Atlanta, Georgia, with Kenyatta of Classy Dow Contouring. And we would like to say thank you for doing this interview with us. And we would also like to thank you for giving the time that you've given us today, that you're going to give us today. And would you please introduce yourself and give us a small synopsis of who you are and what your business does?
Okay, my name is Kenyatta. And the name of the company is Classy Doll Contour, as he said. I came up with this idea in 2017. I am going to tell you my age, or I'm going to have you guess at the end. I'm in my mid-40s, but I came up with this idea when I was dating a very, very muscular man that was the same age as me, and I was going to Myrtle Beach for the first time. So I said, oh, I can't go if my body isn't right. You know, I was feeling anxiety and paranoia about going to Myrtle Beach and being on the beach, because only thing I remember as a young black female from the South, I'm like, I think about Baywatch. I'm like, I gotta look like them. So I said, let me get into shape. So I went on Groupon. I was in Maryland, because actually my baby appendix had burst, and I went to Maryland. My children, they do live with their father in Maryland, Waldorf. So I went on Groupon and I found this lady, and she performed non-invasive services on me. Non-invasive, meaning no, needles, nothing is going into your body. She performed a radio frequency fat cavitation, skin tightening on the back of my thighs, and she did vacuum therapy on my butt. So I said, can I ask you, what do you have to do this? She said, I'm an esthetician. I had never heard of esthetician. I had never heard of any of that stuff. So she said, do you know like the people that's on the cruise lines, that you go to the med spas, you go to the spas? And I said, yeah. So that was September 20th of 2017. I came back to Atlanta and I immediately went into school. And I graduated in March of 2019. So after I graduated, but before I graduated, I started buying the machines. I started setting up the spas in my house. I started buying everything that I needed to be able to make women look the way she made me look. It looked like I had been sitting on a bag of acorns, is what I call it. And after she finished with me in 1 hour, the cellulite was gone, the skin was more smooth, my butt was like more projected, and I couldn't believe it. So I said, I have got to get into this. And that's how I got started. However, my whole life, I'm a veteran. I was in the military for 4 years. I've been married, I would say 2.5 times, because the other one, we not counting that one. And then I've been at the post office for 20 years. I realized some things about mental illness while I was working at the post office. So I did have to go into the hospital, which I'm not afraid to say, to learn how to identify my triggers, learn how to defeat those triggers, learn how to deal with anxiety, learn how to deal with depression, learn how to deal with myself and other people. Out of that came my 100%, which I just got last month, in October. And now I think God has just moved me to a different area. I love the post office. I bleed blue. I thought I did until I got into entrepreneurship, which I found myself having more time. I can make residual income for my children, and it pays, because this is a $40 billion industry where people want to look a certain way. So the non-invasive procedures are for women that are preparing to have surgery, or women that just want to get down, that already are kind of small, but they just can't achieve what they want to achieve in the gym. or women that are post-op that need extra contouring, so to speak. Like if you're kind of lumpy from the laser lipo, or if you're a little bit uncomfortable with the way you look with cellulite. Cellulite is hereditary though, ladies. I want you to know you could be 120 pounds and still have cellulite. So I am not a miracle cure, but it does work because it worked for me. And I'm proof that it worked for me. And after that, I went and spent $20,000 for school. I was in school from October of 2017 till March of 19, driving 30 miles up to Sandy Spring, back and forth from the post office over and over and over on night shifts, which took up my whole day for almost 2 years. So it was very important for me, and it bestowed that amount of change in my life, that amount of belief for me to be able to go to school, spend the money, and put all those miles on my car, and take that amount of time out of my life to invest in it. So it does work. Absolutely works. So I do not just take women's money to try to say, okay, I can fix you. If not, I do have other resources available for plastic surgery for those that are scared. I do like live streams on mental illness, body dysmorphia, and plastic surgery. So anybody that's afraid, scared, or wondering, if I go abroad, because it is much more expensive in the United States than it is, in Colombia or in DR or any other place that you want to go. But that's where I am today. So I'm a veteran. I got 26 years in government, and I've always done my life with the corporate lifestyle, but I realized the corporate lifestyle is another form of slavery to me. And then now that I'm in entrepreneurship and I've been out for a year and a half, I've made more money than I did working at the post office.
Okay. I understand that you worked at the post office, but what thing triggered you to say, I need to be independent and I need my own business to fulfill some self-desires that I have in my life for right now?
I